Warner Bros. Discovery is planning to cut 30% of advertising sales and marketing positions. The media giant was recently spun out from under AT&T ownership and merged with the Discovery Channel. Warner Bros. Discovery owns high-profile properties like HBO Max. They also own movie-making companies New Line Cinema, Castle Rock Entertainment, and DC Films. But there are many large players in what has become a crowded and fragmented space. What does this mean for streaming companies? What does it mean for the movie-making business? What does it mean for the economy? And what does it mean for the future of the United States? But before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Ever since the spin-out from AT&T, Warner Media executives have warned that the merger between Warner Media and Discovery create about $3 billion in synergies. Now 30% of employees in the advertising sales teams are expected to be laid off, sources told media outlets on Wednesday. Federal Reserve is aggressively raising interest rates. As a result, consumer discretionary spending is weakening. The worsened macroeconomic environment is pressuring media companies via lower ad spending. Warner Bros. Discovery Company has about 40,000 employees overall. That includes about 10,000 people from Discovery's and 30,000 from Warner Bros. Shortly after the deal closed in April, the company's new leadership tasked department leaders to restructure their organizations to meet cost targets. The company conducted a voluntary separation program in June to provide incentives for employees who wanted to leave the company. Now employees are preparing for steep cuts, and some ad sales teams have already been cut. Warner Bros. Discovery has $6 billion in ad commitments. But that is less than Disney, which has $9 billion. And NBC Universal, which has $7 billion. Earlier this year, the company shuttered CNN Plus and laid off hundreds of employees as part of the restructuring. Also, the European headquarters of HBO Max experienced a small layoff. As the US teeters on the brink of recession, ad sales appear to be in free fall. Warner Bros. Discovery has more than $50 of debt on its balance sheet. This layoff announcement comes as media and advertising companies of all sizes are reporting weak financial results. Netflix has been losing subscribers for the past 3 quarters. Meta Platforms has lost advertising revenue for the first 2 quarters in 2022. Google is also reporting weakening ad sales results. Rumors of impending layoffs at Google have been swirling since the company reported second quarter results. During his speech at the Vox Code conference in Los Angeles, Google CEO Sundar Pichai gave more details about how he has plans to rejuvenate growth at Google. Pichai is determined to run on fewer resources. Pichai has set an efficiency improvement target of 20%. A year ago, layoffs at Google seemed unthinkable. But now it is seeming inevitable. After years of unbridled headcount and salary growth, Google is facing economic challenges like never before. Like other corporate chiefs, Pichai pointed out that there is economic uncertainty about the future. Ad spending, a primary source of Google revenue, has slowed significantly. Here is the list of some of the companies that have announced layoffs in August 2022 alone. Snap, owner of Snapchat, announced a 20% reduction of employees. This amounts to approximately 1,300 workers. Snap also initiated a major restructuring of their online platform. Apple announced that it is cutting 100 positions and slowing hiring and spending. Oracle, the worldwide software, has cut hundreds of positions but declined to say how many. Most job cuts are said to be in the customer service unit for U.S. customers. Crypto trader Coinbase announced a 20% workforce reduction. Crypto lender Genesis cut 20% of its workforce due to what they call turbulence in the cryptocurrency market. Online stock brokerage Robinhood cut 23% of its employees. This is the second round of layoffs for Robinhood so far in 2022. Connected exercise pioneer Peloton has cut 800 employees, announced several store closures, and raised prices. Last month, Meta Platforms CEO Mark Zuckerberg told employees that the company plans to reduce its hiring target for engineers from 10,000 to between 6,000 to 7,000 amid the market downturn. Realistically, there are probably a bunch of people at the company who shouldn't be here, Zuckerberg said. Even companies that are not considered to be in the technology space are announcing job cuts. Walmart is cutting 200 corporate employees. The job cuts are focused on merchandising and real estate. Car giant Ford announced that it is cutting 3,000 salaried and contract workers, The job cuts are in India, Canada, and the United States. Wayfair. The Boston-based home goods company, Wayfair, is cutting 870 employees worldwide. HBO and HBO Max cut 14% of its employees, which is about 70 people. Bed Bath & Beyond, the latest meme stock, is cutting 20% of its corporate positions as part of what management calls a major restructuring. It is also closing 150 stores. Dallas-based health services company Signify Health is cutting 500 jobs. Exercise equipment startup SoulCycle has laid off 75 employees and closed 25% of its studios. Gannett, the largest news publisher in the United States, announced the elimination of dozens of positions. Electronics retail giant Best Buy has cut hundreds of jobs in its stores across the U.S. due to what they call a challenging macroeconomic environment. Online prescription glasses retailer Warby Parker is cutting 63 corporate positions. This is about 2% of its worldwide employee base and 15% of its corporate jobs. Goldman Sachs has said that it is reinstating its long-standing tradition of yearly performance-based job cuts. Typically, Goldman cuts the bottom 1% to 5% of employees every year, based on performance. The current layoff is expected to be 1% of employees, which means less than 1,000 positions. Goldman Sachs currently has 47,000 employees. The job cuts are spread across all departments, according to a report published in the New York Times. Goldman Sachs declined to make a spokesperson available to comment on the layoffs. The U.S. economy is teetering on the verge of a recession and dogged by runaway inflation. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.